Welcome to Fallout Tactics. This was the third game released in the Fallout series that came out on March 15th, 2001. Chronologically, it takes place almost exactly between 1 and 2, taking place 36 years after Fallout 1 and 44 years after Fallout 2. Now, this first part of the video, I'm going to go over the character creation of the game. If you're not interested in that and want to see just gameplay, feel free to skip ahead. I'll also put timestamps in the description. Alright, so here's the character creation. You can take, I think there's, looks like 5 pre-generated characters. You can also modify it, but we're going to create our own here. You have a few portraits you can select from. I'm going to go ahead and use that one. So up here you can change your name. I wish I had a random name generator, but it doesn't, so I'll just use my string name. I'm going to leave the age at 19. You can change it. You can also do male or female. So this is what your character model is going to look like. You can change your hair color. You can change your skin color. Go with that. This other is just going to be the color of your uniforms. I'm going to do green. So tough guy, if you play Fallout New Vegas or Fallout 4, Fallout New Vegas has a hardcore mode. Fallout 4 has a, I think it's called survival mode. That actually started here with Tactics. It's called Tough Guy. So on Tough Guy, you can only save your game while you're at the bunker in between missions. So you're stationed at different Brotherhood of Steel bunkers throughout the game as the story progresses, and then you go out on missions. You cannot save your game during any of the missions. So during the actual gameplay or combat, you can't save your game. The trade-off to that is you do get double XP. I've never done this. The only one I've done is I played hardcore mode on Fallout New Vegas once for my very first playthrough of the game when the game came out in 2010. But I'm going to do it this time. So it says you cannot save in tough guy mode unless you're at a bunker. I understand that. So over here is the special system. So if you've only played Fallout 4, the special and character creation and level up is all completely different from every Fallout game that preceded it. This goes off of the original special build. So you command a squad of up to 6, including your player character. Your player is the squad leader. Any of your squad members can die and you can replace them from the recruiting pool later on. However, if your player character dies, the game's over. So going through that without being able to save, we're gonna figure out if we're just gonna let the people get killed, if we're gonna let them die, or if we're gonna restart the entire mission. I'll make the call when those come up. I kind of do a rounded character for my squad leader, because since you can have other squad mates, you can build them to spec. So you can build like a sharpshooter, sniper, or you can build like a medic or heavy weapons, a missile launcher guy, whatever. So I'm going to put in 2 strength right off the bat, and I'm going to do 2 into intelligence, and I'm going to do 1 into charisma for bartering. And then over here, skills, you can tag 3 skills. Tagging a skill instantly bumps it up 20 points, as you can see. And not only that, but your tagged skills will level up twice as fast. So each time you put a skill point into one of the skills, when you level up, it'll bump it up 2 points instead of 1. I'm going to do small guns for right now. And I am going to do barter. So they remove the speech skill and replace it with pilot, because throughout the game you'll have different vehicles that you will have to drive. I'm going to make this guy like my speech and barter person. I don't know if I want to do pilot or lockpick. I'm going to give him lockpick. Now over here, you have up to 2 traits that you can do. You can do none if you want, and I think I'm actually going to do none. But for the sake of showing off the character building, I'll go through each one. Now you can skip right through this if you want. I'll put the timestamps in the description. Fast metabolism means that you are less resistant to radiation and poison, but your body heals quicker. Bruiser means that your action points are lowered, but your strength is increased. So see, if I select, you can see action points right here. I currently have 7. If I take Bruiser, my strength jumped up to 9, but my action points dropped to 5. Small frame means that you can't carry as much, but you're more agile. See, my action points went up, my agility went up, but my carry weight dropped to 150 from 200. One-handed means you're good with one-handed weapons, but not as accurate with two-handed weapons. Finesse means that you don't do as much damage, but you critically hit more often. Kamikaze means that you do more damage with each attack, but your armor class is lowered, so armor doesn't affect you as much. See, if you take it, our armor class right now is at 5. If we take Kamikaze, it's going to drop to 0%. However, our bonus damage went up 25%. Heavy-handed means that you rarely critically hit, but you do more damage. So this is the opposite to the finesse. However, heavy-handed is unarmed or melee only. Fast shot means that you can't target body parts. So in the old games, before it went to first person, you could, for an extra action point, you could target body parts. So you can blind people by shooting them in the eyes, you can knock people over by punching them in the groin, you can break limbs, etc. This is stating that you are unable to do that. However, it costs 1 less action point to do a regular attack. Bloody Mess is, I believe, still in the newer games. You just always see the worst possible animation when someone dies, so they'll basically always explode. Jinx means everyone in game, including you, have bad luck. Good natured means that you're starting. Combat skills are lowered, but your first aid, doctor, and barter skills are raised. Chemically reliant means that you are twice as likely to get addicted to chemicals, but you recover from their side effects quicker. Resistance, kind of the opposite. Chemicals only affect you for half as long. The good benefits, only affect you for half as long, but your chance to be addicted is also 50% of normal. Night person means that your intelligence and perception are +1 at night, but -1 during the day. Skilled means that you get 5 additional skill points per level. However, you don't get a perk for every 4 levels, so it takes an extra level to get a perk. So if I take this now, you can see we'll get 19 skill points per level, and we'll get a new perk every 3 levels. If I take this, skill points go up to 24, but it takes an extra level, take 4 levels before we get a new perk. Gifted means that, so your special skills are all +1 to start, but all your special points are all +1 to start. However, your skills are all -10% to start, and you also get 5 less skills per level, skill points per level. So you take gifted, if you look over here, everything went up a point, but everything over here dropped 10%, and then also we will only get 16 skill points per level. So I'm actually not going to do any perks for this playthrough. I did want to point out that skilled and gifted can be stacked. So we do get all the +1, and taking the gifted will go up in skill points a little bit, 21. It won't drop as much because we also took skills. However, our perks will also only be every 4 levels.
Pinhead! All right, you mutated redneck green-skinned sacks of irradiated flesh, listen up! I am Paladin Rychek. I am in charge of training you backward maggots in the art of war and survival. In my time in the Brotherhood, I have personally trained more than 50 initiates, and I am proud to say almost 14 of them are still alive and kicking. The elders have ordered me to mold you flabby, hip-slapping, berry-picking, rat-rubbing Brahmin kissers into capable warriors. And I am going to do it, even if it kills you. I will teach you how to eat, sleep, walk, talk, shoot, spit like a Brotherhood soldier. First level of training will be recruitment detail. You'll go to the surrounding villages and see what able-bodied primates are ready for an honest life's work. It is your duty to remind the village elders that if they want continued protection from the scum of this world, they will uphold their end of the bargain by providing resources and their best and brightest for Brotherhood training. Now get your weak-kneed, superstitious, soft-skinned, uneducated butts to the armory. You will be issued basic weapons and armor. There are 3 simple rules to follow with Brotherhood equipment. If you damage your weapon, you will spend a week in the box. If you damage your armor, you will spend a week in the box. If you lose either, I'll kill you myself. And one final thing, ladies. Welcome to the Brotherhood of Steel.
At ease, Initiate. My name is General Barnaky. I will be giving you your orders before every mission. But before that, I'd like to personally welcome you aboard. Considering that the Brotherhood basic training attrition rate is 85%, you should be very proud of yourself. Now, on to business. 2 nights ago, raiders invaded the resource-rich tribal village of Brahmin Wood. Their losses have been heavy, and they are now ready to accept the Brotherhood's conditions for protection. We will return their lands and rescue these primitive people in exchange for food and a portion of their older children for new recruits. We must expand our ranks to meet our objectives, which makes every village count. I don't know what is driving the raiders this close to our base of operations, but they have been punishing the surrounding area. Brahmin Wood is one of many villages that is now occupied by raiders. The inhabitants that did not escape have been slain or imprisoned. Make no mistake, Initiate, they have killed a fair amount of our brothers. Do not underestimate them. You will take your squad to Brahmin Wood, locate and eliminate the leader of the group of raiders. Once he is removed, his followers will surely fall into disarray. You will then use the Brotherhood's superior might and intellect to butcher the remaining criminals. This is a standard assault mission, so consult the map in your Pip-Boy for the latest intelligence on the area. One more thing, warrior. You must ensure that the village elder survives. He is the key to our plans for this town. According to the local tribal custom, he alone deals with outsiders. Without him, we can have no agreement with the rest of the tribe. Dismissed.
So we start out with our player character and 2 other recruits. So it's recruits. So a squad of 3. I remember from my last 2 playthroughs that you always start with these 2. So this right here shows our action points that we can use. So for my build, this is what they gave me to start with. Got leather armor, a cat's paw magazine, 75 ring pulse. Looks like I got some stinky meat platter, a happy pie, a Nuka-Cola, some booze, and this one's named Farsight. She comes with a hunting rifle, a pistol, stim packs, and then ammo for her various weapons. Also leather armor. She has 8 perception and 7 agility, so she's more of a sniper build, so we'll focus on honing that for her. And then Stitch with a shotgun, again a sidearm, and the stim pass, but he also has medkits. He has a first aid kit and a medical bag, or doctor's bag. And then he has 9 intelligence, so he's going to be the close quarters and the medic. So you select them all like that. We're going to go into our options here. There's different things you can do. So the game has continuous turn-based, which means it just runs. You can also do individual turn-based, which means everyone in combat, both sides, is going to cycle through them in different orders. That's kind of how Fallout 1 and 2 were. Mode is restricted to moving a single character at a time using traditional Fallout sequencing rules. And then you have squad-based, which is going to be like automatically switch to squad turn-based when combat begins. This mode allows a whole squad to move at once. We're going to do that. Then you can also have them crouch, also go prone. But here's how they're going to act. So sentry mode is off. Down here you have sentry mode to defensive. So if they get attacked, they will automatically fire back. This one is aggressive, so this means that if they spot an enemy, they're going to preemptive strike. So I'm going to leave it at normal right here. Over here, you can switch between the mini-map. Our squad will be white, neutrals will be gray, enemies will be red, or you can do the old Fallout 1 and 2 messages over here. Here's the village elder.
Greetings to the Brotherhood of Steel. You are speaking with Charon, elder and tribal father to Brahmin Wood. You have arrived none too soon. Our village has fallen to raiders who rode out of the darkness. Some of my people escaped death or bondage by fleeing into the wasteland, but without tools and shelter. This must be the doing of the Brahmin god of fate. With the bandits we trade away our present. In the Brotherhood we trade away our future. Very well, Initiate. I fully agree to your terms, but I fear this decision will haunt me till I reach the eternal grazing field in the heavens. Our villagers are being held prisoner in the camp. Save them, and you will have more people to aid your cause. Lose them, and you will be cutting Brahmin from your own herd.
And as I just wanted to point this out, since we're doing that one mode, as you can see, we're unable to save the game, so we gotta play through the mission start to finish. And far sight up over here, perhaps. Oh shoot, there's another guy up here I'm gonna run up. You see the computer's taking a turn. Shoot. Now, friendly fire is possible in this game, unfortunately. So I can't burst shoot or I'll most likely hurt Stitch. Okay, good. You got a good hit. So see, this is the messages over here. So you can either see how much damage you did, or you can switch to the map. 64% to hit him, 67, so I'm gonna go for him. I'm gonna move up here. The reason why it seems like they're running so fast is because I have it set for the computer to do their turn quickly. That was another thing that was in the options menu. I'm gonna keep going after them so I can keep moving my guys up further. Then see if I wanted to do a targeted shot, I would, right there. Click on that, but I can't right now because I don't have enough action points. So targeted shot's taking extra action point. Where it is right now, a single shot, a regular shot will only take 4 action points, and Farsight has 8 action points. So I can either do 1 targeted shot or I can do 2 regular shots per turn with Farsight. See, he's out of range. So is my burst, but my single won't hit. So I'm going to move up again. Also, I can't remember if it works on tactics. But I think in the older games, if you don't use any of your action points and you just stay where you're at with a full action point bar, it'll add what points you have left to your armor rating for that turn. So it'll make your armor better just for that turn, but I honestly don't remember. I'll have to look into that after. Alright, and then the other rigger went prone. So... oh, that actually hit. There's only 19% likelihood. I'm not gonna hit though. Stitch got him. I know that there's a guy over here. I'm gonna go ahead and end combat and then turn this on to aggressive so that if we encounter him, we should... Whoever sees him first should shoot him and enter combat. Just gonna take all. I don't know if the dog even has anything worth looting. She has to reload. Alright, she got him. I'll probably keep this as my sidearm. So what I'm gonna do, somehow it's triple, single, or targeted. I wish you would move as crouched outside of combat, but there might be a guy over here, so I'll flank him. Yep, there is. I thought. Good job, Stitch. Okay, I think that's how you do it. You drop it onto their name. See if Farsight has it now. Stitch, there's Farsight, this ammo. Stitch had the key, he found it over in here. That sucks. Oh, hell yeah. Good job, Stitch. So that's how it's supposed to work when I have it set to aggressive. If your whole squad is selected and you want to loot something, I've noticed only your squad leader will go over. So basically, like, again, same thing. Oh, shit. Shit. So any action, if the whole team is selected, your squad leader will be the one to perform the action. But you can individually order them. That, voodoo, and healing powder maybe? Yep, healing powder. Healing powder is from Fallout 2. It might be in the later games too. I just remember it was a big part of the opening several hours of Fallout 2. I accidentally shot Farsight for one point. So we're getting closer to the end. I'm gonna go ahead, make myself take a stim pack. Go ahead and reload before I have to use action points to do so. Turn it on. Okay, I think those are the villagers. Is there anyone in here though? I'm sure there must be. So yeah, if you just highlight, it will show you how many points it takes. I need to stop thinking I have the same amount of points as Farsight though, because I keep being like, well, if I move here, I can still let one off, but I can't. He got me for more than he got from the other guy. There we go. guard side's really damaged. I wonder if I should just have a Stitch. Oh shit. Stitch is almost out of ammo. And I only have 2 more here. I was gonna say, I wonder if I should just have Stitch hold all of the stim packs, since he has the highest med skill anyways. Equip his sidearm. And then just have him give him out as needed. Oh, at least he found 2 more. Oh, that was me. Okay, gotcha. There's a bunch over there. Heal everyone up. Stitch. Yeah, he's out of shells. That was a waste. That shot Stitch. Alright, let's heal everyone. And reload.
Well, looky here. I don't recall giving out invites to Brotherhood of Steel Dogs. I bet my boss will give me all the promotion and props I need after I bring him some Brotherhood slaves. Let's see what you trained monkeys can show little old Horace.
Yeah, I got hit for 6 points for that one. Thanks, Stitch. 2 turns, 2 people down, so not doing too bad so far. Horace is the leader.
I may have underestimated your abilities. Oh, wipe that grin off your face. Your Brotherhood is no different from us. We both take what we want from these savages. If you think your cause is any more selfless than ours, you're sadly mistaken.
It's possible.
You've completed the objectives for this mission. Proceed to the exit grid to leave this mission.
Hell yeah. And I leveled up. Eh. Alright, let's loot the room and then get out of here. They had shells and also the 45 caliber. Buff out cleaver. 2 stim packs. Alright, let's GTFO.
Your grace in battle is wondrous to behold, Initiate. The death screams of the bandits reminded me of angels singing. They will think twice before attacking this village again. Initiate, you defended my people as fiercely as a deathclaw protects her cubs. Please accept this ancient gift from us. You are now considered family in my humble village. And of course, all the recruits will be delivered to your base as agreed. Well done. You have our thanks.
Go. Let's go.
Mission complete, warrior. You have dealt with the raiders without hesitation and without mercy. Well done. Every defeat we hand them lessens their numbers and increases our realm of influence. The primitives you saved will be thankful and fearful of the Brotherhood in the future. This is important since the village must learn to live by our strict rules and thus be free. I have to admit it's been a while since an initiate performed so solidly in his first mission. The fact that your actions prevented the loss of a single primitive's life speaks volumes of your ability. To show their respect, they renamed their Brahmin stud after you. The Brotherhood, however, will look favorably on you for your next review. You're dismissed.
Brahmin Wood. Now traveling back to the bunker. Bunker Alpha. Alright, so this is the bunker we can now save. So, this is the quartermaster. This is where we can sell our stuff and buy new items. Okay, here's the map. Awesome. Exit, move squad here, continue campaign, quartermaster, trade equipment and supplies, briefing room to get our mission briefings. Vehicle, we don't have any vehicles yet. Recruits pool is where we can add to our squad. Infirmary, trade with medical officer. There should be a place where we have our lockers as well. Oh, there's 6 here. These are the lockers I prefer to use. Okay, that's right. So I like to give each of my squad members a locker. Just to track their own ammo and equipment, whatever, what have you. So, I'm going to do me, Farsight, Stitch. So far. So, basically, between missions, I like to keep what I want to keep in the locker and then sell everything else. So, those 2. Obviously all the stim packs. I know Farsight takes that, so I'm going to put those into Farsight's locker. I'm going to sell everything else. Then I'm going to sell everything I'm currently holding. And we'll sell everything off that we have. But first I'm going to level up. Pick a perk. Awareness. You're given detailed information about any critter you examine. You see the exact points and information about any weapon they are equipped with. Brown nodes are mental value stacking up to superiors. You get extra promotion with each level of this perk. Comprehension. When reading, you gain 50% more skill points. Flower Child, with this perk, you are less likely to be chems, 50% less likely, and suffer half the withdrawal time of a normal person. Hearing out, you instantly gain a level. Quick Pockets. Cost for actions in your inventory are halved. Stone Wall. You're much less likely to be knocked down. Grew up in a big family. Constantly work better in a team. Get plus 10 to all rolls within the influence of other squad members. Whew. Thief. One-time bonus of 10% to sneak, lockpick, steal, and traps. I'm actually going to do team player because we're going to be in a squad this whole time, so. Now level up some barter. 50, I'm going to level small. So, see what I'm talking about earlier. For each skill point I put into my tagged skills, it jumps 2% instead of 1%, so I'm going to go up to 71, 75 for small guns. Lockpick I'm going to do to 50. She also gets a perk. I'm going to give Scout, Swift Learner. I'm going to give everyone Team Player to start with. They had different perks that you could pick, but I feel like that makes the most sense right now. So we leveled up twice. That's why everyone has so many skill points. Small guns, I'm gonna bring up to 100 for her. Let's sneak higher. Him, I'm gonna do first aid to 100. Doctor to 100, then dump the rest in small guns. Now I'm gonna sell everything.
At ease, warrior. I'm Octavius. I oversee your equipment. You will sign for all equipment issued. You will not leave until I am satisfied with your full compliance to regulations. Is that understood? Good. Now that you know the drill, let's get down to business.
See, looks like he doesn't have anything better than leather armor. Then you get Brotherhood of Steel scripts. I think I'm also going to hang on to the rainfall tabs for now. I think, how much did I get for the cat's paw? $1. I think for the stores that are in the villages while we're on missions, you can't use the Brotherhood of Steel money. I think you have to use the ring poles, but I don't remember fully. Alright, I am going to get a lockpick kit. I'm going to get all the shells I can get. That's fine. Alright, and I'm going to stop this one here. I hope you enjoyed this. I gotta try and figure out how to edit these to, make them not only entertaining, but to keep them somewhat short. Right now I've been recording for an hour and 45 minutes. So, I'll hopefully figure something out. If you're watching this, that means I did. But we'll see you on another one.